Hello, first graders, and welcome back to your reading job for today. Let's take a look at our target skill. I can use sentence-level context as a clue to the meaning of a word or phrase. That is a lot, first graders. So let's think about this. This week, we've been taking a deeper look at the characters in our story. What did we use to help us better understand the characters in our story? We used picture power, and we also used the story, right? Yesterday, or the day before in your reading groups, we were talking about making an inference, right? Which is using your picture power and using the words of the story to better understand what is going on and to think about what's going to happen next. So today, reading detectives, we are going to have to use context as a clue to the meaning of a word. So, in your reading, do you ever come across a word that you don't know what it means? I know I do all the time. So we are going to use context. Say it with me. Context. What is context? Well, context are the words and sentences around a word or phrase that give readers clues to its meaning. What that means, boys and girls, is when you come to a word that you do not know, look around the word. Read before the word and read what comes after it, and it will give you clues. So, when we talk about our context clues, it is what comes before and what comes after the word that we do not know. So let's take a look at what that means. So, we have read this story together, boys and girls. If you have not read this story with me, there is a video, and you can open up your Green Journeys book. So pause this if you haven't read this story yet. If you have, we are going to take a look at one of the sentences in this story. In that article, or that text that we read before, there is these sentences. A dust storm is a strong wind that carries dust for miles. Now, boys and girls, I'm not really sure what it means when it says miles. So, I'm going to use my context clues, or the words in front of the mystery word and the words behind the mystery word. So this word is our mystery word. We don't know what it means. So we are going to look at the words around it. So we know that a dust storm is a strong wind that carries dust for miles. So if we are dealing with a strong wind, I know that wind blows like this, and if it's a strong wind, it blows really hard like this. So, the wind will carry dust for miles. What do you think miles probably means? I think that miles means that it will carry a long distance, way far away, because a dust storm is a strong wind that carries dust for miles or very far away. So do you see how I used the words that I knew in the sentence to figure out my mystery word? All right, boys and girls, now that we have read our informational text for the week, as well as our story, we are going to make a connection. Ooh, our very first connection. All right, so take your fingers and link them together like this. We are going to make a text-to-text connection. We're going to make a connection. And what that means is when we read a book or a story, it makes us think about another book or story that we have read. So, can you make any text-to-text connections from these two stories this week, boys and girls? What about these stories are the same? When we were reading our informational text, did it remind you of our story that we had read earlier in the week? Can you make one connection? Alrighty, thank you for coming back to your reading job for today. I'll see you next time.